Hello, everyone. So, I welcome you to another episode of English Grammar. And today, in this video, we are going to talk about one of the parts of speech, and that is verbs. Right? So, let's begin. See, first of all, let's talk about verbs. What exactly verbs are? See, they are so important. They are one of the most important parts of speech that we have, like noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, right? And so on. So, this is one of the parts of speech, right? And it's really very important. It is so important that we can't make any sentence without this. So, without this or without verb, we can't make any sentence. Okay, so it's the most important part of the sentence. All right. Now, there are different parts of verbs. Let's talk about them. So, there are different types of verbs. Now, let's start talking about them. See, basically, there are three types of verbs. Let me just draw it for you so that you understand. Right? One here. Okay. All right. Another one here. And the third one. Now let's talk about them. What are these three types? Okay. So the first one is to be verb, right? It is to be verb. The next one is action verb. And the third one is possessive verb. Okay. Now this to be verb, it's also called linking verb. And this action verb, it can be called main verb, right? And this is only called possessive verb. All right, means to have something. This means to have something. All right. Okay, now let's start talking about these each and every verb in detail. See, first of all, what is to be verb? See, this to be means, it tells you about somebody, who is somebody, or what is somebody, and where is that some person, or how is that person. All right, so it talks about who, what, where, and how. It talks about who, where, what, where, and how. Okay, all right. Now let's see some examples so that you understand. See, first of all, if I just say a simple sentence like I am a girl, all right? Then if I just say that, well, I am a teacher, right? Or you can just say that you are a teacher. Then maybe he is at the park. And then they are happy or she is happy. All right? So when I say this, I am a girl, here, if I say this am is your to be verb. All right? Now, in this, are is your to be verb. Are is your to be verb. In this, again, is your to be verb, and in this definitely again is to be verb. All right, so basically right now we are just talking about to be verbs here, and that too of present time. Okay, see, let me tell you this. We normally have verbs of 3 times, right? That is, let me add this here. Verbs indicate time, means present time, past time, and future time. All right? But here, right now, we are just talking about present time. We are just talking about present time. Right? Okay. So, we said that, see, we are talking about types of verb. In that, the first one is to be verb. To be verb means basically they are linking verb, right? Now, what is the function of these verbs? They actually talk about who, what, where, and how somebody is, right? For example, if you look at the sentences here, you can see that I am a girl, right? So here, when you say, okay, I am, means this am is basically talking about I. Okay? So here our attention is on I. When you say you are a teacher, means you are talking about somebody that is you. Means you are a teacher. Okay? Here in this sentence, when you say he is at the park, means actually you are telling that where he is. All right, and she is happy means here again we are talking about how is she. Means in all these sentence we are talking about the subject means doer of an action or some person. All right, means our attention is on the state of that person. All right, so again when I say I am a girl, means here I'm saying who am I. Okay, so here I'm saying who. All right, okay, when I say you are a teacher, here I'm actually talking about what are you. So it gives me answer, you are a teacher. When I say he is at the park, actually it gives us answer of where is he, right? And when we say she is happy, means it gives us answer, actually this is the answer of how is she. Means these verbs tell us about the state of being of somebody. All right, so this is how. Now let's talk about how with different subjects these kind of to be verbs are used. For example, with I, see what kind of subjects we are. I, you, he, she. Let me just take this on this side. Okay. So I, you, he, she, it, we, they, and there can be one name or more than one name. Okay, more than one name. All right, so this is how it is. See, it can be I, you, he, she, it, we, they. There can be one name only. That name can be of anything or any person, and there can be more than one name. All right, there can be more than one name. Now, in case of I, we will be using am. In case of you, we always use are. In case of he, she, it, we use is. All right. So let's take this. In case of he, we use is. All right. Again, in case of she also, we use is. Okay. And in case of it also, we use is. Okay. All right. Now with we use are. With they also we use are. And if there is only one name, we just use is. Okay. Let me take this here. All right. And with more than one name, we use are. Okay. We use are. Let me take it here. More than one name. Okay. More than one name, we use are. Okay. All right. This is how it is. Okay, let's just add one more shape. Okay. All right. So this is how it is. Now, see, to be verb means linking verb. All right. It talks about who, what, where, and how. We have just seen that how they are talking about who, what, where, and how. They are talking about the stage of being, right? Now, let's talk about action verb. See, action verb are also called main verb, all right? Now, we know that as the name suggests, action. See, there are so many actions, all right, we are doing in our daily life. Like uh, we sit, we talk, we run, we laugh, we smile, we care. There are so many things we do. And all these things which we do in the form of action, that is our action verb. Okay? No. So now let's see some sentences. I teach daily. All right? You study well. Okay? Like he runs 3 miles daily. Okay, now we can say that Durva talks a lot. Right? Now, if you see in these sentences, all these words like I teach, so here teach. Okay, so that's your action verb. Here in this case, you study well means study is your action verb or action word, right? And runs is also your action word. Now, if you say Durva talks, that is also your action verb. All right. So all these words, they talk about actions and that's why they are action verb. All right, now let's see how do we use. See, you must have noticed here that with I have used teach. With you, I have used study. With he, I have used runs. Actually, the spelling is run. Then why have I used runs? Why have I kept that extra S here? Right? Again, here with Durva talks, I have written talk plus S, means there is an extra S here. Now, why so? Let's see that. See, guys, actually, what happens is whenever we are using third person singular sense, in the present tense or in the present time, there has to be S or ES with the verb according to the spelling. All right. So we'll keep all of these same. Right. Okay. Now see here. I'll just take one word. Okay. Let's say work. I work. Okay. You work. He, she, it works. We work. They work. With only one name, let's say Durva. Durva works. And if there are so many names, then also it's work. All right? Okay. So this is how it is. Let's see now. See, I is one singular person, so first person. So it is I work, you work. Okay? Now you just have to remember this. With he, she, with he, she, it, and only one name. Let me mark it for you. With he, she, it. And if there is only one name, then only we keep S or ES with the action word. Otherwise, for rest of the doer of an action, we do not put S or ES. When I say doer of an action, it means subject. All right? Okay? Grammatically, you call a person who is doing action and the name of that person is subject. All right? Means the person who is actually doing an action. All right? Hope you guys are clear with this. Now, let's start talking about possessive verb. Now see, possessive means to have something, all right? To possess. When you have something or when you possess something, when you belong something, to possess or belong something. Then you use these kind of verb. Now let's see what are these verbs. So there are basically two verbs, have, and has, right? So here also, let's say I have a car, right? You can say you have a beautiful house, right? Then you can say he has 3 pens, right? Again, you can say Durva has 2 pencils, right? Now, again, you must have noticed here, with some of them, I have used have. So this have, let me just, okay, make it bold. Have. Then here also, you have. Here in this sentence, he has. And in this sentence, Durva has. Okay, so these are all possessive verbs. All right. Again, you must have noticed with I have used, with I and you, I have used have, whereas with he and Durva, I have used has with only one person name. Okay, it can be any person name here. So now let's see the rules of these. Let's talk about these rules. Okay, so with I, we always use have, you, have, he, she, it, has, we have, they have. If only one name is there, it can be anything, okay? It can be anything's name, it can be any person's name, it can be any place names. It can be anything. So if there is only one name, then has, and if there are more than one name, then we use have. See guys, it's very easy. You don't have to think much about it. When you use works here, the same rule applies here. That is with he, she, and it, we use has. Here also, with one name, we are using works, means S or ES to the action verb. The same rule. With one name, we are using has. Alright? And with rest, every subject, we are using have. Okay? So, this is how there are three types of verb. Okay? Now, there is one more combination verb. Let's see that quickly. See, now as you can see here, there are different types of verbs, right? Let me just take this here. Okay. See, there is one more verb we can make, one more type of verb we can make using or combining this to be verb and action verb. Okay, let's see how. And that is okay. All right. With the combination of this also we can make, in this case, let's see some examples. Just a minute. All right. Just take combination of two, right? You just take this here and here. So when we combine these two, that is to be and action, one more type of verbs we are getting, and that is helping verb. Okay? Helping verb. Now let's see why they are called helping verb. See, for example, if I'm saying that Raj is sitting on a stool. Now, here if you can see that, see, is your to be verb and sitting your action verb. When we combine these both verbs, we are getting new kind of verb. But in this, is your helping verb and sitting is your main verb. Alright? Now, actually this is actually your linking verb. Then why it is called helping verb here? The reason is this is the main verb sitting and is just helping this main verb, okay, to stand. Here in this type of sentences, to be verbs or linking verbs, they can't stand alone. You can't say Raj is on stool, okay? Means, well, you can, but Raj sitting on stool, no, okay? Or on chair, no. So like that. You can also say that I am teaching grammar. You can take one more example. You are playing in the park, right? All right. So M's are done. Now we can say that M to be helping verb, teaching main verb, because M is just helping this main verb. You are playing are helping verb, playing main verb. But if I want to say that what is verb here, I can say that this whole thing is verb. See, this whole thing is your verb. All right. Similarly, see, this whole thing is your verb. Am teaching is your verb. Similarly, are playing is your verb. But if you want to say separately, we can say that is sitting is a verb, but is helping verb, sitting is main verb. Am teaching is verb, am is helping verb, teaching is main verb. Are playing verb of this sentence, are is helping verb, and playing is main verb. Alright, so this is how we can make verb. Now let's quickly understand in Hindi what we have just seen. Okay, so हम बात कर रहे हैं टाइप्स ऑफ वर्ब्स की. वर्ब क्या है? एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच है जिसके बगैर हम सेंटेंस नहीं बना सकते, राइट? वर्ब हमें इंडिकेट करते हैं टाइम के बारे में भी. वर्ब से हमें टाइम भी पता चलते हैं, राइट? जैसे कि प्रेजेंट टाइम में बात हो रही है, पास्ट टाइम में बात हो रही है, या फ्यूचर टाइम में बात हो रही है. ऑलराइट, अभी हम इस वीडियो में सिर्फ प्रेजेंट टाइम के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. टाइप्स ऑफ वर्ब मेनली देखने जाए तो होते हैं टू बी वर्ब, एक्शन वर्ब और पॉसेसिव वर्ब. टू बी वर्ब को हम लिंकिंग वर्ब भी कहते हैं. वो जनरली बात करते हैं हु, व्हाट, वेयर एंड हाउ के बारे में. मतलब कोई पर्सन या कोई थिंग, जब हमारा पूरा कंसंट्रेशन वो पर्सन या थिंग पे होता है तब हम टू बी वर्ब यूज करते हैं, राइट? नाउ सी, here they are saying that I am a girl, so there are some subjects here like I, you, she, it, we, they. Only one name can be there and more than one name also. All right, now to be verb कौन से हैं? am, is, are, right? These are to be verbs, right? और फिर हमने बात की एक्शन वर्ब के बारे में. एक्शन वर्ब मतलब वो वर्ड्स जो एक्शन सजेस्ट करते हैं. ये सारे हमारे एक्शन वर्ब हो गए. हमने देखा कि किसके साथ एस या ईएस लगता है वर्ब को, राइट? दैट इज ही, शी, इट एंड ओनली वन नेम. ओके, देन वी टॉक अबाउट possessive verbs. Possessive verbs belonging दिखाते हैं, that is have or has, right? In that also we talk about different with different subjects how can we use, like I have, you have, he, she, it has, we have, they have. One name, only one name, then has, and if there are more than one names then it is have. All right, now we are not done yet. दो ये जो कैटेगरी है टू बी एंड मेन वर्ब, उसको कंबाइन करके भी हम एक वर्ब बना सकते हैं, right? Depending on the situation and depending on the requirement of the time. For example, Raj is sitting on a stool or Raj is sitting on a chair, whatever it can be. So is sitting ये पूरा आपका एक verb है, but is यहाँ पे helping verb है और sitting यहाँ पे main verb है. Alright? I am teaching grammar. ये am teaching ये पूरा आपका verb है, ठीक है? This am teaching, this whole thing is your verb, but in this am becomes your helping verb because it's helping the main verb teaching. You are playing in the park, right? Are playing पूरा हमारा verb है, but are यहाँ पे helping verb है और playing हमारा main verb है. Alright? Now, based on all these things, we will also see negative and question mark sentences, right, for all these verbs, but that we will see in our next part of the video. Till then, goodbye.